What the hell is this?
It's your strengths and weaknesses.
Smoldering intensity?
It's a stupid face you make.
Huh?
What's going on? You having a heart attack? Breathe! Breathe! His whole left side is shutting down.
Hey there, movie fans, it's your boy Peter Pablo. This just doesn't seem right. Maybe I should get in my avatar. So I guess I'll just put these on. All right, from the top.
Hey there, movie fans, it's your boy Peter Pablo, and I'm stuck in Jumanji. Ooh.
Jumanji, The Next Level is the sequel to Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, which is a sequel slash reboot from the original Jumanji from the 1990s starring Robin Williams. So I guess Welcome to the Jungle is a requel. And just like in Welcome to the Jungle, our young cast who embodied the real world characters step back into the video game world of Jumanji. But this time with Danny DeVito and Danny Glover as Grandpa Eddie and Milo. Of course, we're joined by the old gang again, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan, with the return of Nick Jonas and a new addition, Ming, played by Awkwafina. 2017's Welcome to the Jungle was a bit of a surprise hit. I could tell from the marketing that it was trying to sell a fun, comedic adventure, but I had no idea how much fun I was gonna have. And I know a lot of you guys would agree because it grossed $962 million worldwide. In Hollywood, money talks. So of course this had sequel written all over it. So Jumanji The Next Level delivered on the promise of family fun, hilarious comedy, and fantastic adventure, for the most part. But before I get the negatives out of the way, just letting you guys know that I have a special guest reviewer, my good friend and brother, Isaac.
I'm in Jumanji!
First off, I think the plot was a little convoluted and it kind of lacked focus. There was a lot of splitting the group up and completing these individual missions.
With the convoluted story, you had so many choices. It's almost like they didn't want to choose only one. They hedged their bets and had a few different options to try and please so many people. Unfortunately though, for me, it felt like it was just too many. So Pabsy, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I get it. It's a video game premise, but nobody really likes fetch quests. And because of this, I think that the story lacked a lot of the smoothness that Welcome to the Jungle did so well. It was just all over the place. We've seen a lot of movies in the past that have done this before, but more successfully. So it's not about adding more to the story because it's a sequel. I get it. You're supposed to do that. I just don't think they executed it really well.
We're not gonna make it.
I found myself not invested in each individual mission.
They didn't commit to the one, and therefore the main story suffered a little, in my opinion.
Thanks, Isaac. I feel like the writer's room just kept throwing in these ideas after ideas after ideas and got high on happy powder.
I got an idea.
Oh, I got an idea.
Me too.
And another idea.
LeBron.
Jumanji! Because the story lacked a little focus, the price to pay was we ended up getting a very forgettable villain.
Look at my shirt.
We had Rory McCann, who played the Hound in Game of Thrones. And because of all the different side quests, we forget that this guy is supposed to be the big bad of the movie.
There was no buy-in with this villain. I didn't feel like I cared for the villain at all. It was something just to help the story go along, and I felt like that a villain needs to be quite important to advance the story of the movie.
And I know I shouldn't do this, but I can't help but compare him to Bobby Cannavale's performance in the first one.
One other thing that I felt could have been improved a little bit is the fact when The Rock plays that older character of Danny DeVito, you see the effort that he puts into selling himself as the older, almost decrepit kind of character, but it may have been a little too much. It felt a little bit jarring and thus harder to accept him in that character form. However, later down the track, you do see Dwayne really absorb that Danny DeVito role. It comes out in that physicality side of things, which you'll get to see.
I gotta say though, I got a real kick out of watching The Rock and Kevin Hart playing Danny DeVito and Danny Glover. Let's not forget that these guys are from a generation where they don't know much about the video game world. Watching their personalities discover and adapt to their avatar's strengths and weaknesses was a real hoot.
And the comedic timing, phrasing, just their energy works really well in this film.
I had a blast watching The Rock and Kevin Hart bicker as two old men.
They really do vibe off each other. The chemistry that the two of them have together works brilliantly.
Would you look at me? I haven't looked like this since...
Never. You look like this never.
And I thought it was really nice to see a heartfelt scene shared between these two characters.
I did feel some of the heartfelt moments in this film. They knew how to hit the mark on that and pull on my heartstrings.
The action set pieces in this movie was out of this world.
One specifically that comes to mind is the suspended bridges. The way that the characters go through that, the CGI that's involved in it, I think works really well together.
And yeah, I think the action here was better than the first one. The first action set piece that you see in the trailers with the ostriches,
You are a
Terrible driver.
What are you talking about? I just passed my driver's test last month again.
Lots of CGI. Now I can see where all the money went.
Along with that is the fighting as well. The way that they depict Dwayne Johnson's character and his brute strength. Not only does it show his strength, but it shows it as a video game strength. Brilliantly done.
The game is busted.
It was a game.
Karen Gillan, as expected, was awesome in this very physical role, and Jack Black and Awkwafina as these characters in these avatars really committed to their parts.
But one thing that I was really impressed with was Awkwafina's performance and how she brought up her character to life.
I'm so glad they didn't skimp out on any screen time for Jack Black, because every time he's on screen, I think the guy's just freaking hilarious.
I missed you so much. Oh my God, you guys, hi.
Just like in the first film, Jack Black really brought to life his character. You really believed that he was somebody else in Jack Black's body. Now, before we share our final thoughts, a quick reminder.
To click like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications to my weekly reviews.
Thanks for the quick reminder. And now, our final thoughts.
Starting with the lows, we've got a convoluted story, a forgettable villain, and The Rock as DeVito was a little bit jarring. And as for the highs, we've got The Rock and Kevin Hart's interactions, amazing action, lots of laughs, and Jack Black and Awkwafina's performances. So overall, I really enjoyed this movie, but was it as good as the first one? I don't think so. But it's close.
Comparing it to Welcome to the Jungle, I would probably still choose Welcome to the Jungle over the next level. But it's still a fun movie to go watch.
If you've got young kids in your life, I think it's worth taking them out to see this.
You want to take your family, friends to a light-hearted, fun movie, you want to switch off, this one's the one.
Thanks, Isaac, for helping me out with this review.
Thanks, Pabs. It's been interesting going from movie watcher to movie reviewer. Hopefully I'll see you in a future video. And who am I to ask? I'm Jack Black.
Have you seen Jumanji The Next Level yet? If so, tell us your thoughts in the comment section below. And who am I, you ask? I'm Martin Scorsese, and I love Marvel. Bye for now.